All right, welcome back, guys. I am gonna do the video on our day trading and scalpel tickers that we normally trade. We do have another crazy week, as you guys saw how Trump pretty much all weekend has been throwing tantrums with I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. So we're gonna see a lot of volatility this week. Maybe market doesn't care, maybe market might not do anything, maybe we'll see big swings. So our goal is to protect our capital, nothing more. That's what we are going to do. We're going to play chart one day at a time. We're not going to be rushing into things. So I will go over the things that I'm watching. And then we also have quite a bit of data coming out this week. More so on Tuesday, we have our durable goods that's going to be pre-market. And then Wednesday in the afternoon, we have FOMC minutes. It's not the same thing as FOMC itself, but we still will see FOMC minutes give us some sort of a reaction in the market. So you want to keep that in mind, which comes out on Wednesday at 2 p.m. And then on Thursday and Friday, we got two very important things happening pre-market. We have core PCE data that's going to come out pre-market. And then we have core CPI and CPI year over year that's going to come out pre-market on Friday. So pretty packed week. And then 2 weeks from now, we will start on the major earnings as well. So a lot of things are coming in the market. I'm still probably about 70% cash heavy in my account. It is very difficult to do swings. When I am doing swings, I'm taking very small portion of my account to risk anything I'm risking. So I am not going to be going over any of the swings. I will be sharing my charts as the market is happening on the swings that I am watching. Just because anything I talk about right now, it might be completely thrown out tomorrow morning, right? So as we go through, I do have a pretty good list of swings as well. I will share those charts with you as the setups are happening, so we can look at our leaps, we can look at our swings as well. So now I'm gonna just share my levels that I am watching on the stocks that we trade in the morning for scalps or for day trades. I've labeled them whether I take calls above, puts below. So how I am watching and looking at the market is what I'm gonna share. So we'll start with Apple first here. So we're looking for calls to, first of all, Apple needs to stay above 255 and us to break above 256.75. I am giving myself a little bit extra room in order to get a confirmation, because as you can see, we have previously rejected here and pulled down pretty strong. So I am watching for it to break 256, and I have marked my level to the upside. You can take a screenshot, mark your charts however you like. Or I am looking for puts below 250. Anything in between, if you use any of the setup or the strategies that I have taught, those are going to be scalps. Or you wait for it. You wait for one or the other side to break or reject. So if we are rejecting at 255, 256 zone, you can take a put and target the 250. Or if we hold the 250, this is where you can see a bounce to the upside. So that's how I basically use these levels when I'm doing day trading or scalping. Anything in between here could be a chop. So keep that in mind. Okay, next is AMD. So AMD has been struggling to break above 220. As you can see, we've rejected here multiple times and we pulled back. We've tried it, we pulled back, we've tried it. So let's see if we can get that 220 to 221 breakout. Then we do have a very nice gap to the upside that needs to be filled. Otherwise, I am looking for 205 to be taken out in order for me to look for a put, because that's where we will see a market structure change on the 1 hour or on the 4 hour if we start to lose 205. Otherwise, in between here is going to be your levels where you can do your scalps for your 10, 15, 20%, whatever the market give you. I don't trade Amazon, so I'm not giving any levels on Amazon. Evgo, Evgo has been another name that's been in a downtrend, and it's been struggling to break 320 to 330 area, but we've been bouncing the 300 zone as well quite often. So I want to see if we do pull back to 305. I'm looking for a bounce to the upside. If we are losing 305, I'm looking for puts to the downside. Otherwise, looking for calls above 318. If you notice, I'm giving myself extra room to see if the stock truly is breaking out and holding these levels. And then we got our targets to the upside. Otherwise, we got our targets to the downside on it. Boeing, this one we played our swing. We caught the complete bottom. This was beautiful, almost got 100% on that swing. So there is a gap now because we did gap up on it, and we did reject the same resistance area of 210. So I want to see if we can break 210 and hold to the upside and then look for calls. Otherwise, I'm watching to see if we can break below 201 and then get this gap filled probably all the way down to 193, 194 zone in order for you to look for take profit or bounces from here as well. Coin, again, we're looking for calls above 175.20, and we're looking for puts below 163.45 area. Has been a little bit difficult to trade in the morning on coin as well. So just be careful. Either you want to look for a bounce or you want to look for a rejection on it. Anything in between, highly recommend that staying out of it. If it does break out, you can even target the 180 zone easily on coin. Next is Google. I do like Google even on the larger time frames as well. I think this is a beautiful accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. If we do see a pullback and we do hold 280 area, I know we are at 295. You guys are going to be like, well, are you out of your mind? 280? We could see that pullback into 280 to 283 area as well. And you could look for a bounce to the upside. Otherwise, for day trades, anything below 290 could give us that 283 to 280 zone. But if we are breaking above 300, then I'm looking for the zones to the upside to be filled. Hood, beautiful bounce, beautiful swing on this one as well. We caught that very nicely. Saw a little bit of puts come in, and we are printing an evening star pattern on it. But let's see if we can break below 64.65. We're looking for the downside. Otherwise, to the calls, I want to see 70 to break out and hold. Then looking for target to 73 to $78 as well. Meta, another one kind of looking like an evening star pattern. So, you know, it could go either way. We could come down and have a strong bounce. We could continue to sell off, especially with everything going on. So keep that in mind. I am looking for puts below 560, giving myself a little bit extra room just in case it wants to wick and take off. So candle close below 559. We do have a gap to fill to the downside. But if we are breaking above 580 to 582, you can look for calls to try to go back up to the 600 area as well. Microsoft, this one we also, you know, our swing and our leaps paid us very well. So looking to see if we do hold this move back up, looking for calls above 375, looking for puts below 363. I know the level is pretty big. However, anything in between here could be a chop or give you a good opportunities for scalps for those 10 to 20% on it. To do a proper day trade, these are the levels you need to see it break out and hold on it. MicroStrategy, don't trade. MU, don't trade. Netflix, you know, we nailed this swing as well. Still looking beautiful. NVIDIA has been struggling. If you look, we are actually, if you take our box, we're kind of stuck in here. Right? That zone is where we are stuck. So right now, NVIDIA has been struggling to break that 178 to 180 zone. So what I want to see is 173.65 taken out in order for me to do a day trade or even scalp all the way to 180, or I'm looking for 170 to be taken out and looking for to the downside. Anything in here pullbacks and it holds, I'm looking for bounces to the upside. PLTR calls above 150, puts below 138.88. Anything in between could be a chop, and you could do easy scalps as well. And these are my targets to the upside. If we are getting a nice day trades, you can target all the way to 158 area if we are breaking out of that 150 zone. QQQ, I'll provide those levels tomorrow morning. Same thing with SPY. SPY basically break. I ideally want to see 660 to 662 breakout and hold. And then we continue to the upside to see 665, 668. However, based on amount of puts that we have in the flow, I am looking for it to break below 644 and then I do have the downside levels. There is a gap down here in the 600 zone. We could see that get filled if this volatility continued on the week. Honestly, this gap on the weekly is very much where we can fill. Not saying it will fill this week, but looking at how the market structure is looking, how we are on a downtrend. And keep in mind, in downtrends, we always see bullish run-ups as well. So that does not mean we are out of the bearish market, but this would be where I think 570, that spike can break down to, as long as we don't get above 672. But for tomorrow or for this week, we're going by level above 660, 662, 662 to 665 to 667, 667 to 670 area. Any of the rejections can truly put us all the way down here. So anywhere we reject, we could come down very fast. So keep that in mind as well. But puts below 644 area, and then I'm looking back into that 632 to 630 area as well. Tesla, pretty bearish. Another one with the evening star pattern. We start to lose 360. I'm giving myself a little bit extra room because it can bounce and try to reclaim 360 again. So puts below 356 and then continue to the downside on it as well. But if we are breaking above, I want to see 371, 72 get taken out and then gap fill and then continue to 379 area. I think that's it. Those are the levels that I wanted to share on our swings. Not going to go over any of the charts. I will post them as market happens. I do have a pretty good list as well to go over. So your job this week is to protect your capital and make sure that you are aware of all these news and data. Keep those things on. CNBC is good. Yahoo Finance is good. On Market Watch, you will know when which data is coming out and what time. So please keep those things in mind. And I will upload this video on YouTube. So if you liked, and I'm hoping I'll be back to do these videos more often, or hopefully every Sunday. I will try. I don't promise. And then please make sure you like and comment. Okay? Tell me if you guys missed me. I will see you soon inside the group. Let me see if I can.